Prior to meeting Michael, I had a lot of anxiety. I had heard stories from friends of mine who fared very poorly in their divorce settlements. And with that first meeting, I was extremely nervous. Upon leaving the first meeting with Michael, I felt much more relieved. He gave me a realistic expectation and what to expect in terms of a financial settlement and custody. In the course of my divorce, unfortunately, I did have to go to court with Michael DeTommaso, and it was a very stressful time for me. And there were times where I suggested settlement, and he said, absolutely not. This is an item that we can win and prevail on. And by taking his advice, I was able to save a lot of money. Being in court for me is a very stressful time, and Michael has a calming influence on me. And I think his confidence and his knowledge of the law, and in particular divorce law, put me at ease. And I could see that he was always a step ahead of the opposing attorney and made me feel very comfortable. My observation of Michael interacting with the opposing attorneys, there is a strength but confidence of Michael. And I think his confidence and strength comes from his knowledge of the law. And he knows going into any type of battle that his knowledge is superior to the opposing attorney. He specializes in divorce settlement, and he knows much more than the opposing attorney. The first time I met Michael, at the time he was quite young. I'm probably 10 to 15 years older than Michael. And yet, during our whole proceeding, he had somewhat of a paternal effect on me, a calming effect. And I think that confidence that I had in him came from his knowledge of the law and told me exactly what would happen. There were no surprises. He basically informed the opposing attorney, or in some cases attorneys, how to proceed. And we went to a very quick settlement. In my particular situation, I was able to walk out of a very contested divorce with a six-figure settlement and joint custody, and that's exactly what I was looking for. I would absolutely recommend Michael DeTommaso. Not only is he one of 2% of all attorneys who's certified in divorce matrimonial settlements, but he has a calming influence, and I think that's so important. He takes control of the case from the very first meeting, rolls out realistic expectations, and is not going to waste your time and money. In my business, I don't have time to talk. I don't need a therapist. I need a very good attorney who's going to get me the best financial and custodial settlement, and that's what Michael did for me. There are attorneys that I've heard that will simply listen to you and pretend to be a therapist. That's not what Michael's about. He's about being your advocate, getting you the best result, and settling quickly. And if he settles quickly, you actually save a lot of money and grief.